from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. Nearing the midway point of this season, week 5 in our coverage of EA Sports College football. It's the BYU Cougars and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with BYU's head coach. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. For the ball, and we are ready for action. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so...
Maybe a crease. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle, as opposed to linebackers and big defensive players.
Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Setting up the screen. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Coming out with it, it's Bishop. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Bunch formation for these receivers. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Motion from the back. Quarterback making checks. Arch is going to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Scanning the field, it's Manning. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Now facing a third and long. Manning from the gun on third down. Going over the top. And it's caught inside the 30. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He's got the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. And they'll knock him down. It's 3rd and 5. Manning from the gun on third down. Finds a man on the right. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Manning to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
Stopped short of the first down marker, and now they might have to settle for the field goal and maybe tie the game going into the half. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Never a doubt. And the field goal ties it up here in the second quarter.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Running inside. It's Martin. Makes it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Mockmeyer. Hauls it in.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Finding some room. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
We've seen it from this running back, too. There's a lot of ways he can make you miss. Bottom line, this defense has to do a better job game tackling.
Yeah, just hard to bring down. Just physical, runs through people. This is a guy that defenses hate playing against, and you see why. So many yards after contact.
The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Trying to run, it's Martin. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down.
He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. He'll try to get to the marker himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He wants to change this route. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's Arch to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Booster! Sweet! Level! Q! Go!
3rd down from the gun, Manning. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Slips through the line. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Opening play of the drive from the 39. on inside.
It's Martin.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
All the way back to the 15. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. This drive will open from the 15. Quarterback making adjustments. Throwing Manning. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And this offense, man, it's just been a struggle. I think guys, like, they've struggled to get points on the board and to move the ball consistently. And so I love the shot right here before the half, but they got to find something to hang their hat on, something they do really, really well. Because going into the half, there's not been a lot to talk about in a positive way.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
To throw, Manning. He's not afraid to go deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Manning to throw for it on fourth. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Manning. He lets one fly deep. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Trying to take it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 14, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Fighting Irish looking for a third straight victory today following that Week 1 defeat. And they're on top right now against another solid team. This outcome today could define each of their seasons.
The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
And the Longhorns come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Manning from the gun on third down. Quick completion on the out. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Arch Madness. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. Got a little grass. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
He's got an open man. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of this third quarter. This quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
From the red zone, it's Brown. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And guys, everybody needs to be on the same page. Those false starts in this part of the field, crushers. Second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Slithers into space. Stumbled to the ground.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Open spaces. He's at the 10. Touchdown, BYU! They take the lead here in the second half. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Manning on play action. Pressure coming. Gets away to his left. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the third down very manageable.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this.
He lost one down the sideline. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Arch is going to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And the full dive and the grab down the left.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And the defense forced the quarterback out of bounds before he could get rid of it, had to take the loss. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
So now it's second and long. Here's Manning to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Intercepted deep in his own end. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Using his legs, it's Martin. There he goes. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're